I bring all this stuff up because I am no stranger to marathon stunts. But let me tell you something. Playing 108 holes of golf is a difficult thing.
In a week? You mean like in a week?
No, well, in a 24-hour period.
Oh, 24-hour period. I got it.
If it's possible. Jim Colton did that. He didn't do it. Let's find out what we're talking about here. Jim Colton, and good morning, Jim. We're catching up with you.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
So Jim, how are you doing? I know I was out there, and a pleasure to meet you out at Ballyneal the other day. And the suspense is killing us.
You did not play 108 holes.
You did not play 108 holes. Is this correct?
Well, we did play 108 holes, but we finished our 108th hole at about 3:35 p.m. So there was about 5 hours or more of daylight left. So we just kept going. Ended up getting 155 in.
Holy
unbelievable!
Smokes. And people don't, right? So you're like, oh, whatever. He walked this whole every hole, no carts, nothing.
Well, how many miles is that just by itself? A golf course is what, 4 to 5 miles, right?
Yeah, it's a 5.25 miles. A Ballyneal going around one round, so that's about 45 miles total.
And playing golf. So imagine going 45-mile walk.
Right.
And by the way, you have to swing and hit golf balls on the way.
Yeah, and it's not Ballyneal's not flat, as you know, Sam.
Not at all.
It was not flat, and you scored pretty well.
Yeah,
you scored
okay.
well.
We didn't spend a whole lot of time, lining up putts or anything. I had a 75 in my third round, a few 84s and 82. I think there was 725 strokes total.
Well, by the way, par for 155 holes. Am I getting this right? No, that's, let me refigure that. What is par for 155 holes?
I'm not sure, but I was 113 over par on the day.
Not bad.
That's pretty good.
Jim played through, I think, when we were playing out there, he played through on the fourth hole, which is a par 3. I timed him, and it took him 2.5 minutes to play the hole. From tee to green. I saw it, and I was like, that is impressive. I think he's gonna make it with that kind of pace.
What was your slowest round, Jim?
The slowest round was the 6th round, and that was an hour and 54 minutes. But I blame my caddies on that.
And God bless your caddies. They were
humping it.
They were humping it for you, weren't they?
Yeah, we had a great system set up, mate. As I mentioned last week, Matt Payne, the head pro, he agreed to caddy, and then the assistant Brian Carruthers caddied as well. So generally, what we found a nice little kind of rhythm where Matt would walk along. And he would take the clubs that need around the green, and then the next tee, and then Brian would go ahead and four caddy from the fairway, and then give me the yardage, and then club me. It worked out nicely because I only had 10 clubs, and it was generally pretty obvious which club I had to hit for any given shot. So the guys kind of knew my game after the first couple of rounds.
So sponsored by Aleve and Gold Bond, is that the case?
Medicated itch powder. So there wasn't chafing problem.
Fine. We just kept going, and it quickly became apparent that 108 was going to be, easily doable. And then the question became how much or how many could we possibly get in before it got too dark.
Now, this wasn't just for the sake of doing how many holes somebody could do in one day. This was to benefit Ben Cox. Update folks that may have been, not know about Ben Cox and just tuning in.
Sure. Ben Cox is a caddy at Ballyneal. He was injured in a skiing accident back in March and was paralyzed from the chest down. He's been at Craig Hospital in Denver and is going to be getting out in about a week or so. And when I heard about it, I just knew that I had to try to do something to help raise some money. So I had kind of hatched this crazy plan to walk 108 holes in a day, thinking that if I raised say $2,500 or so from my golf buddies, that would be helping out the family. Today, as we sit, we're quickly approaching $75,000 raised, and it's just been an amazing thing. Like literally the best thing that I've ever been a part of in my illustrious career as a golfer.
Yeah, I got to tell you that, and I was joking around with the guys earlier about some of the marathon stunts that I've done in the past. That is powerful. I mean, it's kind of when you get out of you stop thinking about yourself and whatever the issue is, and you think about that individual you're doing it for, and that sort of takes over. Did you sense that?
Yeah, my wife was out there with me, and she said that she'd never seen that look in my face before when we teed off. Like, I was just completely locked in, and I didn't feel any kind of pain or anything. The weather was just beautiful. It was just such a blessed day, and I was really, really motivated just to try to just keep going and raise some money, just raise as much money as possible for the family. And I also think that, I was just mentally just so focused, not so much on hitting or on score, but just quantity. And I think that actually helped my golf game because it just completely took the mental side out of it. I just get up there and hit it.
Well, you stopped talking after the 6th round, Donnie was.
Yeah, I was reading your blog that you forwarded to us. We've got a link to that. We're going to get posted up here on the fans' website pretty quickly. But tell us a little bit more about the fundraising as it's ongoing and some opportunities for our listeners to participate and perhaps win some great prizes.
Yeah, now that the event's over, we're really shifting the focus of this event, this fundraiser, to the raffle, which is going to take place on July 9th. And if there was ever a better golf raffle, I haven't heard of it. I mean, we literally have just a laundry list of top name courses. We have 7 future U.S. Open sites. We have about 20 of the top 100 courses in the country.
Courses you would never, ever be able to get on otherwise.
Yeah,
right?
Like Marion East, Riviera, the Olympic Club. We just this past week we added golf packages at Pebble Beach and Whistling Straits, a Hilton Head package that includes Harbor Town.
Olympia Fields.
Yeah, it's just fantastic. And for every $50 that you donate, you basically get a chance to win one of these prizes. And if I were a serious golfer, I'd be emailing every one of my friends saying, "Hey, you got to pitch in $50 or $100 to this, and take me if you win."
Easily.
It's just a fantastic thing.
All right. Before we run out of time here, again, how do we do that?
Sure. You can either contact Ballyneal at ballyneal.com. You can email me at jcolton31@gmail.com, or you can check out my blog, which is wegoblogger31.com.
Are you even aware that Sam Heverin was on the same course you were playing at that time?
Yeah, I met Sam the day before, and like you said, we played through them. I think we might have actually played through them twice in one of their rounds. I think the 3rd hole, as you mentioned, and then again on the 12th hole.
Yeah. You were moving, man. We were moving a little slower, turtle's pace, but still.
How many birdies, by the way?
I made 12 birdies, so that was pretty good, and people had kicked in. So each birdie was worth about $50 or $60. So when I had a birdie putt, I tried to take my time with it. But if it was anything other than that, I just kind of waved at it.
Yeah. Now here's a real question: do you think you'll ever try to do something like this again, just on your own, just for your own satisfaction, not necessarily a fundraiser thing? Because I know there's some smack talking between some of the caddies out there and the members and all this stuff. That's how this kind of got started.
It's interesting because the day after I was really feeling it, and I kind of was ready to announce my retirement from golf marathons. But yesterday I even texted Matt, and I was like, "Man, we really thinking about it, like really could have gotten more in. I think 180 is probably a doable number."
Oh, man. You heard it here first.
There
right
it is,
here.
180.
180 is the new benchmark.
Wow. But it just run a little. If I could have made that putt, I would.
If I could just run from shot to shot a little faster.
Well, Jim, you're to be congratulated, you personally, but I know Ben Cox, who is recovering and will be released from Craig Hospital, will definitely appreciate this. We thank you for coming on the golf show as always.
All right, thanks, guys. Take care.
Thanks, Jim.
All right, there you go. Ballyneal.com, and we'll have the other. It's on our website, right?
It should be up. Chris is working on putting that up there for us, and the interview from last week is up there as well with Jim. If you want to see, what we were talking about before we got going, the list of golf courses.
A backstory.
That list of golf courses. That just is incredible.